Welcome inside another Bobcat TV broadcast of Ohio field hockey. The Bobcats trying to extend their win streak to 3 today on a mild 60-degree day in Athens. Hi, everybody. I'm Logan LeDuc alongside Connor Mills. And Connor, Ohio has really started to find a little bit more of that mojo, a lot more aggressiveness on the defensive side of the field. Obviously, you can look back at the last two games.
Absolutely. Last two games, it's been Jillian Shive. She's been scoring all the goals for Ohio, both 1-0 wins, and it's been really good to see for the Bobcats getting a little bit of a winning streak. They're on a 2-game winning streak right now, and, of course, tied for first in MAC Conference.
And today we're going to see a matchup of coaches, actually. Coach Ellie Johnstone, her first year for the Ohio Bobcats, has Ohio sitting pretty at a 3-4 record. They started the season 0-2 and have since started to find a little bit of a groove, looking for their third straight win, as we mentioned earlier. And, of course, for the CMU Chippewas, Catherine Ostoich. I don't know how you're going to pronounce that the rest of the broadcast. That's how I'm going to go with it. It is her first season as well. She was hired back in December of 2017 to take over this Chippewas squad, who has really struggled this season. Just 1-10, and they've lost 9 in a row. They have an 0-4 away record. And I think for this team, they're probably hoping that maybe the added motivation of a MAC matchup can give them some kind of momentum going into the game.
Of course, I mean, whenever you're talking about conference play, the players, they're looking forward to it. They know that out of conference, yes, you want to win those games, but they don't matter as much as in-conference games. And right now for the Chippewas, they're hoping that they can get some kind of turnaround on this season. They're 1-10 right now. They're on a 9-game losing streak. So to come against the Ohio Bobcats and hopefully try to pull something together here and try to right the ship.
Yeah, exactly right. Right, the ship. Maybe a win over a team like Ohio could really get things going for you and put together a decent season, much more respectable season than they have seen so far. Let's go ahead and set the lineups real quick before you send you to break. For Ohio, Emma Eggleston, Taylor Hansen, Claire Bucky, and Emma Spinetto, as well as Ashley Wilbur. Alex Pennington will be the goalkeeper today. She had 7 saves in the last matchup in Ohio's win over UC Davis. Brittany Keene, Amy Edgerton, Jillian Shive, who now leads the Ohio Bobcats in goal getting, and Leah Warren, a solid defender who has been really scrappy all season long. Of course, we can't forget Karen Baker, who will be one of the fielders, one of the attackers going ahead for Ohio. She was excellent running down balls and making a lot of plays, just couldn't put anything in the net. Now we look at the CMU Chippewas. Connor, why don't you go ahead and give us that lineup?
Well, for the Chippewas, starting off and entering the game, Kayla McClure, Taryn Dam, Leah Umberger, Kaylee Quinn, Georgina Minta, Anna Forey, Katie Gross, Sarah Mesko, Ali Huddleston, Lily Amato, and Samantha Galimpski. Those will be the starting lineups for the Chippewas and the Bobcats.
So while the players take the field, they're going to go ahead and do the national anthem here in just a moment. We're going to take a break ourselves. It's the Bobcats and the CMU Chippewas coming up here on Bobcat TV. Welcome back to Athens, Ohio, and Pruitt Field. The Bobcats and the Chippewas, some Mid-American Conference field hockey action just about set to go. Ohio has won 5 straight meetings over Central Michigan. That dates back to 2014. But these two teams have seen some close affairs. You can look back at a triple OT game a couple years back. As the ball is placed down, let's play some field hockey, shall we? Ohio will start in possession. CMU quickly gets an obstruction call. And Ohio will control once again. Once again, I am Logan Leduc. Alongside Connor Mills, Emma Eggleston will launch to the right side and out of bounds. CMU regains possession. CMU in that white jersey with Chippewas across their chest, with the classic maroon skirts, high white socks, and the maroon shoes. This was taken away by the Bobcats. They'll move right to left across Pruitt Field on the bright green turf. A scramble for the ball here. Ohio comes away with it. That's Claire Bucky. Right on her tail, though, CMU trying to grab this ball back. They're trying to be a little more aggressive, of course, much like Ohio has. That's when they started finding success, when they became a little more aggressive. Ohio trying to improve to 4-4, 500 on the season. And as far as CMU, they're just trying to find some answers to the 1-10 start.
Yeah, really rough start for the Central Michigan Chippewas. Of course, nobody's having any fun when you're on a 9-game losing streak.
Yes.
But, you know, you go out there, you try to play the game again, and, you know, try to figure things out as the season progresses.
Now, against UC Davis, we saw Ohio really control the offensive side of the field, really able to have plenty of opportunities. And they're doing that so far in this ball game, really controlling that side of the field. Here come the Chippewas moving left to right. They'll scoot it ahead, and it's stolen away by Ohio. Pass to the left side of the field. Picked up by Amy Edgerton and now taken away by Central Michigan. Sliding in and stealing is Emma Spinetto. Here come the Bobcats trying to attack. And now we got a whistle. Emma Spinetto will take that ball towards the middle of the field, try to chop it inside. Picked up on Ohio Bobcat, knocked away. And now we'll have a stoppage in play for a moment. Call on the CMU Chippewas. 33 minutes to go in this first half of play. We're tied at 0. CMU trying to advance that ball across their defensive side of the field. Have not had luck so far. So Ohio will take it out on the right side. Ball is played into Taylor Hansen, but now a call on Ohio. We'll give it right back to the Chippewas. These two teams have faced some similar opponents, some common opponents as well, Connor.
Yeah, when we were going through the prep, they've faced 4 similar teams so far in the season: St. Louis, Assail, Stanford, and UC Davis. And really the only change, excuse me, is UC Davis. Ohio coming off a victory on UC Davis, a win 1-0. Central Michigan, they just lost by a score of 0-3. So if that tells you anything about what these two teams are experiencing right now, and Ohio, I guess, would be the favorite to win this one, just going off common opponents.
Sarah Mesko has it ripped away from Emma Spinetto. She's been all over the field in these first couple of minutes. Coming down the left sideline is Karen Baker. She's getting ahead of steam, heading down the left side, trying to beat the defender, get to the scoring circle, and that's deflected away by the goalie of the CMU Chippewas. Lily Amadio able to get her foot on that, deflects it away. But good to see Karen Baker aggressive yet again early.
Yeah, Karen Baker just really running away with it, going from one side of the field to the other, doing a nice job, putting the pressure back on the Chippewas.
And that's what Ohio really wants to do, keep these Chippewas on their heels all game long. Here comes CMU. It's Leah Umberger hitting it ahead down the left sideline and now out of bounds. Ohio will regain possession. 31 minutes, 8 seconds to go in this first half. We're in a scoreless game, scoreless match, I should say, so far. Scramble for the ball on the right side, taken away by Ohio. And ahead it goes. They cross. The shot. Deflected away. Picked up by Baker. Deflected once again. And that's a good job by Lily Amadio. Able to keep that ball in front of her, keep this game scoreless, but a good chance there for Ohio.
Really showing her athleticism in the goal right there. Just laying out to try and block, and does block that shot. Just a nice job by Lily.
Here comes Katie Gertis. She's waiting there for the ball. They're trying to really launch this one down the field, and that's also what we saw from the UC Davis. They didn't want to go with the short passes. They were going for the home run balls all the way downfield. That shit doesn't work in Ohio field hockey. You need to work more as a team. Here's Emma Spinetto. She'll bring it in. Last year, she started in all 16 matches for the Bobcats. Got an obstruction penalty. And for CMU, 0-4 on away games. But then again, when you look at a record of 1-10, I think you can also expect to see that number as well. Spinello crosses it to the right side. Claire Bucky tried to come up with it. Instead, CMU comes away. And now look at Claire Bucky. Just get her stick on it, take it away. Here comes Emma Eggleston, trying to get into the scoring circle, deflected away by CMU, and now I believe we're going to have a corner. We will. As the penalty took place in that scoring circle, Ohio will set up the offense here, looking to run a play before the defense of the Chippewas can run at them.
Just relentless pursuit coming from Spinetto and Bucky, and just Ohio early on in this match just doing a nice job getting the corner early and trying to create some scoring opportunities.
And the battle music, of course, plays in the background every time we have ourselves a corner. Here comes the ball. Ohio will play it. Into the right side, deflected away and saved by Amadeo. Amadeo has some quick reflexes early. He's had a couple balls that have had some weird bounces, but is able to handle them fairly well so far. A good crowd, too. The CMU Chippewa fans traveled very well today. Ohio Bobcats showing off their green and white. This is Samantha Glebinski trying to come down the field for CMU. Two girls on the ground. That's Emma Eggleston trying to get in on the action. And it comes over to Ohio. Brittany Keene trying to get a hold of that ball. And now the Ohio will set up. Leah Warren leaves it there. Taylor Hansen across the right side, just right of that scoring circle, and CMU now takes it away. Both teams playing some scrappy defense early, poking away the ball any chance they get. As we come up on 28 minutes remaining in the first half, we are still scoreless at 0. Out of bounds, and CMU will take over. Of course, Allie Johnstone came into this season discussing how she wanted to make it a quote-unquote new era in Ohio field hockey. After a tough season last year for the Bobcats, just 4-12.
Well, already 3 wins this season, a long season left to go. Regular 3-4, 1 game under 500. Of course, you don't want to be under 500 at all, but 1 win away, can tie it up, be right in the middle, and then try to build on those wins.
Now, Connor, the defense looks great, but Ohio averaging just a little over a goal a game as we got some action here. Here comes the shot. Taylor Hansen, it's hit in! Ohio scores. You can put this one on the board. A solid cross and a solid deflection into the net. Ohio grabs a 1-0 lead as we come on 27 minutes remaining in the first half.
Well, finally, Taylor Hansen, a name not named, Jillian Shive, scores a goal for the Ohio Bobcats here. It's great to see from Taylor, and Bobcats now with a nice lead early. Can't let off the brakes right now.
And the Bobcats, for the 3rd straight game, grabbed the first goal of the game. And if we follow a similar script from the last 2, it's going to be a defensive battle the rest of the way out. CMU will try to respond. Taylor Hansen able to score there. For Hansen, she has played in 7 games so far, started 1. That was, of course, against UC Davis. Prior to Ohio, she attended how do you say that? Waiapu College. Assisted on the only goal against Appalachian State earlier this season.
I think you got that right, Waiapu College. Hey, it sounds good, right?
Right, it sounds right. Emma Eggleston has the ball, and now she took her eye off it, and here comes CMU attacking. This will be Georgina Minta. She crosses it inside. CMU trying to come up with it. A scramble for the loose ball picked up by Imogen West. And Ohio able to knock it away. I believe we have a penalty potentially on the circle. That'll set up a potential corner opportunity for the CMU Chippewas, and it will.
You know, going back and looking at the live stats right now, I think we spoke a little bit too soon. It was Jillian Shive with the goal, assisted by Taylor Hansen.
And that's what I thought. I thought I saw a deflection on the Taylor Hansen cross and then into that. So Jillian Shive adds yet another goal. And anyone who doesn't know, in the last 2 wins for Ohio, those 1-0 victories, both goals were scored by Jillian Shive. And Shive is the sophomore. She also leads the team in shots taken, so she's certainly not bashful about the offense that she can provide for this squad.
And 5 goals now for Jillian Shive, really an offensive powerhouse for the Bobcats early on in the season.
Anna Forey set up for CMU. She'll set it in. CMU, a chip shot, knocked away. Good defense there by the Bobcats, able to react quickly. Have the back of Alex Pennington, who, as I mentioned earlier, 7 saves against UC Davis. She's appeared in the last 4 games, started in 3, and she will take up that goal for Ohio. And I'll tell you what, calling that UC Davis game, it had been 80-something degrees, and I'm watching the goalies in these pads. I don't know how they take it. Obviously, they're probably feeling a little bit better now with the 60-degree, more mild weather that we're seeing. It's the beginning of fall in Athens, Ohio. But, of course, the Ohio weather, you don't know. It could be 95 degrees tomorrow.
You never know. I believe one day last year it snowed, rained, it was sunny, and then it rained again.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Karen Baker will try to chase this one down. It's going to be a foot race for the ball, and instead the ball will win that race, heading out of bounds to the left corner. And we're going to wait for an official decision on whose possession it is. I believe it will stay with the Bobcats. So Karen Baker will bring it in from the left side. Or, correction, CMU will have possession. They just wanted to change the spot of where that ball would be taken in from. CMU will try to send it down the field. This is Katie Gertis. She participated in track and field back in 2011-2012 back in high school, and she selected Central Michigan over James Madison and Townsend. CMU will once again take it out. Alara Bohan. She logged 45 minutes against UC Davis that last game for the Chippewas. Sends it in from the right side. All the way down the field. Ohio will look to control this ball, trying to play excellent defense like they had the last 2 affairs. Taken away by CMU. This is Imogen West. Imogen West, interesting story. She is from Wiltshire, England. She played in more U18 games than any other player in school history. She's only a freshman, and I think they're thinking she could be a big part of a bright future for the CMU team. Over here on the CMU side of the Ohio side of the field, CMU has possession. Georgina Minta will send it over to the right side to her teammate Alora Bohan before it's knocked away out of bounds. CMU will keep it. 23 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half. It's a 1-0 lead for the Ohio Bobcats. This one's chipped on in, and now we got an infraction. The Bobcats will regain possession.
A little bit of high sticking right there.
Yeah. We saw a lot of high sticking from Taylor Hansen for Ohio the other game. Very aggressive, and I think that's what Coach Allie Johnstown is fine with. She's fine with taking some penalties as long as you're being aggressive. And Ohio also had 4 corners in that first half against the Aggies, and UC Davis had 0. That also shows aggressiveness, getting to that scoring circle and setting yourself up for opportunities to get maybe penalties like that. Down the left sideline, here come the CMU Chippewas. Alora Bohan, who came into the game just a moment ago, certainly making her presence known. She has been in control of that ball most of the time that she has logged. Taryn Dam now will head it on over. 22 minutes, 30 seconds left now in the first half. Ohio leads 1-0. We're happy to report here on Bobcat TV. Alongside Connor Mills, I am Logan LeDuc. This ball's batted around, taken away by CMU, and now we got a whistle. Ohio regained possession.
Really, since the goal, Central Michigan's been keeping the ball on Ohio's side of the field. It's really putting the pressure on them, flips the script from before the goal by Jillian Shive.
Yes. And that's what we saw also against UC Davis. There's a lot of parallels in these last 3 games, you could say, with the 1-0 defensive kind of efforts, is that Ohio tends to control the offensive side of the field for maybe a half, and then it's the exact opposite in the second half. But the defense for the Bobcats has been spectacular the last few games. Ohio will send it in all the way down the field to Ashley Wilbur. Wilbur is the freshman. She's been playing a lot of minutes for this Bobcat team. And she has taken a shot in back-to-back games. You'd like to see the confidence from the freshman early in her career. Crossing up the defender, Laura Bohan will send it ahead to her teammate, Katie Gertis. Gertis across midfield and taken away by the Bobcats. Yet again, another deflection by Ohio, leading to offense. That was Jillian Shive getting her stick on that. Emma Spinetta will send it down the left sideline and out of bounds.
So now Ohio's trying to put a little bit more pressure on the Chippewas. They've played enough defense on their side of the field. Now they're looking to go on to the offense.
Exactly right. Great defense here, but the Bobcats take it away. They have a chance here on the offensive side. This is Claire Bucky over midfield, sending it to the right side. Knocked around. Picked up by Ohio. A little shot just wide of the mark. But Ohio, a good chance there yet again.
Nice aggressive shot from Brittany Keene. We'll see if it's a shot on goal or not in the official stats, but pretty close. Just trying to nip the corner.
Ohio already with 5 shots. 4 of those are on goal. Central Michigan just 1. That shot was also on goal. So you can see the difference in the numbers of who's being the more aggressive team on the offensive side of the field. 3 saves already for Central Michigan. So Amadio, the goalkeeper for the Chippewas, has certainly had her work cut out for her so far. Ohio will send it in on their side of the field. Knocked over to the left side to Amy Edgerton. Edgerton will try to advance it upfield. Emma Spinetto has a run out down the left sideline. She keeps it in bounds. Good opportunity for the Bobcats. The crowd's starting to get into it. Knocked away by CMU. And now it'll be Ohio possession here.
And that was just a great touch by Emma Spinetto. Ball almost going out of bounds and just being able to control the ball and keep it in play. Just nice job from her.
Spinetto sends it to the left side. Cross in to Brittany Keene is knocked away by CMU. They're really fighting on that left sideline, just left of the goal, and now we got a penalty on the Chippewas. It'll be a corner for Ohio. This will be the second penalty corner of the game for the Bobcats. Now, Connor, I know you did some PA announcing, but this war music doesn't just get you fired up every time for a corner.
Believe it or not, I mean, we didn't hear the war music when I did public address announcing for Bobcats earlier on in the season.
This is a treat for you then. This is a treat for you.
This is a treat. I'm finally getting to see the full atmosphere here at Pruitt Field.
Ohio is set to set this one in, and they will. Picked up the run of play. Slap shot, knocked away. But a good, solid offensive possession yet for the Bobcats. And I feel like we'll be saying that quite a few times. Good offensive sets, just have to figure out a way to finish it off. They do have the 1 goal so far. And it sets up another corner. We had a penalty in that scoring circle yet again. Ohio is 3-1 at Pruitt Field this season. They certainly have enjoyed some home cooking as of late. This one's knocked in. Here we go, a shot, deflects up and out. Just left of the mark. That shot came from Brittany Keene.
And Keene really liking the aggressiveness from her early on in this game. Just, again, trying to open up positions and get good shots in.
The Bobcats are racking up the shots. It's now 8 overall to CMU's 1. Emma Spinetto at midfield, just outside of the scoring circle. Will cross over to the right side, try to dribble through 3 or 4 defenders. And now we have an infraction on the Bobcats. Give it back to the Chippewas. 17 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1-0 Bobcats. Against UC Davis, the Bobcats scored their first goal a minute and 13 seconds into that matchup. It was a later goal in their last 1-0 win. That one coming over Appalachian State. Both those goals by Jillian Shive. 3rd goal in 3 straight games today for Shive as she knocked one in, the lone goal of this ball game. We come up on 17 minutes to play now. Ohio on the defensive side of the field will try to advance that over to the left side, and this is picked up by Claire Bucky. She's running out a couple defenders. Bucky is just a constant irritant to these CMU offenders coming down the field. They're immediately met by Bucky's stick. Imogen West for the CMU Chippewas, able to get aggressive and grab a penalty as well. It'll be a Laura Bohan at the top. And now Georgina Minta, who started in 11 of her 14 matches played last season. Chance here for CMU, the cross. And now a penalty awarded to the Bobcats here. They'll take the possession. Ashley Wilbur at midfield. Trying to send it down to Emma Spinetto. Will decide to go the safer route to Amy Edgerton down the left sideline. The send ahead from Emma Eggleston on the diving effort. Wow, what a play. Emma Eggleston. This one's sent in. Split the defense. Here's a shot on goal, and it's knocked away. Second chance knocked in. How about that? On a scramble for the loose ball, look what I found. Picked up the loose change and scores.
Sometimes on a broken play like that, you never know what can happen. And the ball, it just fell Ohio's way.
And we'll wait for the official decision on who that was on. But I believe that was actually Claire Bunky who was able to pick that up in midair and slap it into the net. After a couple of attempts, they're able to put another goal on the board, make it 2-0 Bobcats with 15 minutes and 55 seconds left in this first half. So it was indeed Claire Bucky for Ohio. Bucky, prior to Ohio, she led her high school Olentangy Liberty to the Ohio Final Four. She has a twin sister, Hannah, and she did take 2 shots in that game against UC Davis. As mentioned earlier, that time was able to pick it out of midair, go top shelf on the left side of the goal. Here's Ohio, and Claire Bucky will send it over to the right side over to Emma Eggleston.
And just going back to that goal by Ohio, they were relentless. It was shot after shot after shot, just really putting pressure, not giving Central Michigan a chance to kind of adapt and try to restructure their defense. Just Bobcats, just keep on shooting.
Yeah, making now 10 shots, 6 of those on goal for Ohio. You got a feel for goalkeeper for the Central Michigan Chippewas. She's had her work cut out for her, able to put together 4 saves so far. That's, of course, Lily Amadio. Bobcats have the ball on the right side of the field. This is Claire Bucky towards midfield. She'll send it down over to Karen Baker. Baker trying to get her stick on it. It gets away down the baseline. She knocks it off a Central Michigan defender, but they're going to say last touched by Baker of Ohio. So Central Michigan will bring it left to right, coming down on offense. We come up on 14 minutes remaining in the first half. 2-0 Bobcats. CMU trying to make something happen here. Knocked away from behind by the Bobcats. That'll certainly be a penalty, I think. Maybe been a little bit of a high stick there from Jillian Shive, trying to take it away from Taryn Dam, who was coming down the field for the CMU Chippewas.
That was a good try by Jillian Shive. Of course, the Chippewa couldn't see Shive running up behind and trying to steal it, so a good attempt from Shive.
Karen Baker trying to make something out of this play. Eventually called for a penalty, but a good steal there by Brittany Keene. Just on that left sideline towards midfield, is able to make a nice play and give Ohio a chance. This one's knocked away by Jillian Shive. She'll send it to the right side. Here's a slap shot just left to the mark. And the score will stay 2-0.
And Corinne Baker with her second shot of the day. That one not on goal. But Ohio, again, leading those shot margins. It's now 11 shots to only 1.
We sit in a 2-0 affair with 13 minutes to go in the first half. CMU really has just not been able to get on the offensive side of the field, hasn't been able to attack that defensive front for the Bobcats. This one's sent down the middle. Little skip pass to Emma Eggleston is telegraphed, and here comes CMU. Leah Umberger comes down the field. Leah Umberger ended up picking CMU actually over an opponent that both these schools faced recently, Appalachian State, as well as Delaware, Limestone College, and Longwood. CMU will take it at midfield. Chippewas down the left side. That is Georgina Minta before it's knocked out of bounds. CMU will keep it. Georgina Minta, you could probably say, is one of the leaders on this team. 11 games played. She has started all 11. Logged 579 minutes. She even started 11 of her 14 matches played last season. This one's knocked inside, and now a penalty called on CMU. Give it back to Ohio. Just under 12 minutes to play in the first half. Ashley Wilbur will kick it to the right side. Ohio will attempt to move on up. Picked away by CMU. Emma Eggleston trying to get involved, trying to get her stick in there. Instead, CMU comes away with it, whistles, and Chippewas will take it from the top. Yeah, if you look at that shots now, 11-1, the advantage for the Bobcats. Never mind the 6 on goal to 1 on goal. 4 saves so far for Amadio, just 1 for Alex Pennington, the goalkeeper for the Ohio Bobcats. I'm sure she's feeling just fine having just the worry about the 1 save so far, considering she's had to put her work, she's had her work cut out for the last few games.
Well, I'm sure Pennington, I don't know if she needs a lawn chair, but she can just sit back, relax right now. The Bobcats, they've been doing their job, keeping the pressure on Central Michigan.
This one's knocked away by the Chippewas. Ohio, again, gains it right back. Anytime the Chippewas get something going, there's the Bobcat defensive line to really take it away. Emma Eggleston trying to run after this ball. Karen Baker will try to make a play on it. Eggleston grabs it out of midair. It's knocked around and down the left sideline, out of bounds. Last touched by the Chippewas. Ohio will have it. And from the right side, they'll send it down. Over to Ashley Wilbur. Wilbur will cross up her opponent, send it to the left side. Amy Edgerton down the left sideline. It just gets away from Emma Spinetto. And she was ready to turn the corner before she was able to bring that ball in.
Just hit a little too hard for the Bobcats to get that.
So here's CMU now with the ball. It'll be a Laura Bohan trying to cross through 2 Ohio defenders. Emma Eggleston getting in on it. Now Laura Bohan will say, all right, I'll try that again. She'll invite a little further down, now the right sideline. Score sits 2-0, just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Bobcats firmly in control of this match. We're glad you're aboard, of course, on Bobcat TV here on the YouTube live stream. I'm Logan LeDuc alongside Connor Mills. Bobcats sitting at 3-4 this season, 1-0 in Mid-American Conference play. CMU Chippewas 1-10, riding a 9-game losing streak. 0-1 in the Mid-American Conference matchups. And I think CMU has bought into this idea of a rebuild, try to get the young talent and develop them. Obviously, they brought a new head coach, Catherine Ostoich, her first season at the helm. And they're probably expected maybe not the greatest of seasons so far, obviously 1-10, but they have bright spots in players like Imogen West, the young freshman. They have good senior leadership, of course, in Anna Forey and Katie Gertis. But just a nightmarish season continues. Crossed inside, knocked away by CMU.
Like you said, it's a rebuilding season. They're going to try to lay out the foundation for the future of Central Michigan field hockey right now. And, you know, it might hurt while you're going through, but it's just like a Band-Aid. You got to just pull it off, deal with it, and then move on.
You certainly do. The 1-10 record. They weren't much better last year either. Jillian Shive takes this ball away. She gets into the scoring circle. The cross, no one there to bring it in. Karen Baker had a stick on it for a moment, and it goes out of bounds. Back to the Chippewas. 2-0 is the score. 8 minutes left in the first half. We'll play 2 35-minute halves here in field hockey. We'll, of course, have a little halftime report for you during our 10-minute intermission. Go over the stats. Obviously, the stats have been dominated by Ohio so far.
And just going back, I know you said I did PA earlier on. It was against Stanford. And we were talking about how hot it was. We were talking about the goalkeepers, making sure they don't overheat. They actually had a water break, an official water timeout during 10 minutes. So right now it's around 7:30 left. So they had a little break in between. I thought that might have been interesting. Obviously, they did not have one here.
I don't know if they need it yet. This is Ashley Wilbur sending it down the field. Ohio into the scoring circle. A chance here. Scramble for the ball right to the left of the goal. Ball's loose. Ohio picks it up. A chance here. They'll knock it around, and CMU able to defend it away. Yet another Ohio chance there that was thwarted off by the defense. Brittany Keene could have almost turned the corner and slapped the one back in the net. Here's across to the left side. Emma Spinetto can't get her stick on it. She nearly tumbles over. She might have turned her ankle a little bit. She'll run it off like a champ. Score stays 2-0, just under 7 minutes to go in this first half.
Brittany Keene really handled that ball well, just, again, keeping it in play and taking away from the Chippewas defenders. Just did a nice job circling around and really giving Ohio an opportunity to keep the pressure on Central Michigan.
Eggleston with the exchange to Karen Baker gets away, and CMU will take over. Yeah, not a whole lot of movement going there from Alex Pennington, the goalkeeper for Ohio. Able to kind of just sit back and relax.
It's times like these where you wish you were the goalkeeper in a game.
Yes.
Right? You can just sit back, relax, watch what's going on with your teammates, cheer them on.
Sitting in the warm pads.
And that's a good feeling.
Oh, this exchange gets away from Ohio. They'll regain possession. Try to send it down the field. Knocked away. And the Bobcats will take it. 5:45 remaining in the first half. They'll set it. Wow, that's a dangerous play all the way down the field, just in front of Ohio's net. And Alex Pennington was ready if they couldn't handle that play. Here comes Ohio running down the left sideline. Brittany Keene will send it back to number 13. That's Amy Edgerton. Edgerton ahead to the left side. And this exchange, once again, Ohio struggling to get their stick on the ball. They come with a lot of force, those balls are. Trying to handle the passes from Emma Spinetto. We have substitutions, of course, on the field. Claire Bucky will check on in. Back into the ball game for the Bobcats. Amy Edgerton will send it in. Goals so far today. Jillian Shive picked up another. And Claire Bucky able to pick one out of midair and put it into the top shelf. Those are the 2 goals so far for the Bobcats. Central Michigan just the 1 shot so far. Central Michigan a little discombobulated there. As Laura Bohan will once again try to send it through this Bobcat defense. What a deflection and takeaway by Amy Edgerton, getting her stick on that fastball. And Leah Warren, the defender, will send it up now to the offenders. Here come the Bobcats. Karen Baker into the scoring circle. Here's a slap shot. Oh, it just gets knocked away. Good instincts there by Amadeo.
I believe that was Claire Bucky on the shot. And again, Amadeo, a nice little kick away there to save the goal and keep the score at 2-0. But Bobcats always putting on that pressure.
Constantly. Emma Spinetto tried to put a little more pressure on there, sending it into the scoring circle. No Bobcat was there to take it, however. Score stays 2-0, 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. From Athens, Ohio, and Pruitt Field. Bobcats looking for win number 6 in a row over the Central Michigan Chippewas. Again, that goes back to 2014. These 2 teams have seen a couple of overtime affairs, even 1 triple OT game. As this one's knocked over to a Central Michigan coach on the sideline. That won't keep you on the team very long if you hit him in the face.
No, I don't think a coach is going to put you in. You hit him with the ball.
She got the quick reflexes, got her hand up, however.
It was either her hand or I think a stat sheet. She might have had something like firm to block that shot and make sure she doesn't get hit.
That'll certainly sting. Those balls certainly aren't friendly to any bodily contact. As we have a whistle, Ohio will take it. Leah Warren with the ball on the right side. Just inside the defensive zone for the Chippewas. Claire Bucky will stick it on in. It's picked up and knocked away. For a moment, Brittany Keene had the ball. Good defense there by the defender, Kayla McClure, for the Chippewas. Here's a slap shot, and it's out of bounds. Knocked away once again. For the Bobcats, yet again, another shot on goal. Making out 12 shots, 7 of those coming right at Amadeo. Leah Warren puts it into the scoring circle, and that's about it. It'll trickle out of bounds. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the first half. It's Ohio 2, CMU 0. Amy Edgerton able to knock it away. Up to head to Claire Bucky. She'll try the transition over to Emma Eggleston, but it's broken up. Leah Umberger now for the Chippewas. Goes to the left side. Umberger trying to come up with it. Taken away by Leah Warren, who's able to get on it. So the two Leahs going at it. And the Ohio Leah takes it away, but now Umberger down the field. She gets tripped up down on the turf. No whistle. Ohio comes the other way. Here comes Emma Eggleston, gaining some speed. Ahead it goes. Here's Karen Baker. The cross. The shot is deflected away. Good offense there for the Bobcats.
Amadea really putting work in, and it's just the first half right now. Doing a nice job deflecting and really keeping Central Michigan in this game.
Yeah, giving them a chance, certainly. She needs help on the offensive side, though. Ohio trying to work it into the scoring circle. This is Brittany Keene. Whistle, CMU takes over. Under a minute left in the first half. Bobcats hold the 2-0 advantage. Bobcats is their 53rd year of this program's history. Certainly have plenty of history. Brittany Keene just left of the scoring circle. Sends it in, knocked away by CMU. Loose ball. And the Chippewas will just kind of send it to the corner. Get it away from the goal there. And they'll take over with 25 seconds now left in this first half. Ohio just trying to hold off a score here. Launched down the field. Even if that ball did go in, it wouldn't count, as that goes wide of the mark. 10 seconds remaining. Ohio with the possession. Ashley Wilbur will kind of sit on it for a while. Send it over to the left side to Amy Edgerton. Knocked out of bounds, and time expires on this first half of play. Well, Ohio certainly had a game plan going into this. Play some good defense, knock in a couple of goals. They lead it 2-0, and we'll have a little more coverage of this first half when we come back here on Bobcat TV. Welcome back inside Bobcat TV's broadcast of Ohio field hockey. The Bobcats have a 2-0 lead on the Central Michigan Chippewas. Alongside Connor Mills, I'm Logan Leduc. We thank you, of course, for tuning in for the first half where the Bobcats defensively were just so sound, Connor.
Yeah, they were really rock solid and just kept the pressure really on Central Michigan. Defense, obviously, they didn't allow a goal. That's a great positive. And for Ohio, they're looking to shut out Central Michigan, who on the season, they've lost 7 times without scoring 1 goal. So they're trying to get that 8th time and put Central Michigan to 1-11. And for Central Michigan, they're just trying to get a goal right now.
And Connor, never mind getting a goal. Getting a shot has been tough to come by so far. Central Michigan, just the one shot that was on goal in that first half. And that speaks also to Ohio's defense because they've been making it a very easy job so far for Alex Pennington, the goalkeeper for the Bobcats. Let's look over some first half stats, shall we? For Ohio, they have 14 shots, 9 of those coming on goal. They have also been able to put together 3 penalty corners, opening up some good opportunities for Ohio. For Central Michigan, just the one shot on goal. 7 saves made by the goalkeeper Amadio, which is Pennington's 1. But that's not to say that Amadio has been, more up to the task than Alex Pennington. She just had to take a lot more shots at her. And
Amadio's had a lot more opportunities to save shots rather than Alex Pennington. Pennington,
absolutely,
as we said earlier on, she can just kind of relax, stand back in the goal, and just watch her teammates perform exceptionally well so far in the first half of this game. Amadio, 9 shots on goal. She's had to defend. 2 goals went in, and she's also saved 7 of them. So Amadio, she's doing fine. Nothing is really on her, but Central Michigan really having a tough time trying to get the ball back and put pressure and turn it back onto Ohio.
Now, if you look at the scoring summary so far for the Bobcats, we can confirm that the first goal, taking place 7 minutes and 44 seconds into the game, was scored by Jillian Shive. The assist came from Taylor Hansen. That was, of course, Hansen crossed it from the right side and put it into a position where where Jillian Shive could put it in. Now, we originally said that Claire Bucky had the goal at 19 minutes and 11 seconds into this match. Instead, it actually was Karen Baker who was able to put that one away. It was knocked around, and in the scramble, it was tough to find. All we saw was the ball go through the net. Saw a lot of celebrating, but after originally putting in the box score as Claire Bucky, was indeed Karen Baker with the score for Ohio to make it 2-0. Karen Baker had 2 assists coming into this game, 3 goals, so now make it 4 on the season for the junior forward from Falls Church, Virginia. Ohio looking for win number 3 in a row, trying to get back to 500 at 4-4. CMU trying to end a 9-game losing streak. The second half is coming up here on Bobcat TV. Are we off? It's the Ohio Bobcats and the Central Michigan Chippewas, a Mid-American Conference matchup between two teams that have really been starting to get their season. Well, I should say Ohio is starting to get their seasons together. CMU still trying to figure that out. They trail 2-0 right now to Ohio. The Bobcats, led by Jillian Shive and Corinne Baker, were able to put Ohio up in this position that they're sitting in right now. Second half just about ready to start. They have watered the field. Anyone that was nervous about that possible rain coming down, there is some dark clouds in the sky just falling over Pruitt Field at the moment. The lights have come on, despite it only being 12:47. Not a whole lot of sunshine on a cloudy day in Athens.
Cloudy day, not necessarily bad. Keeps the temperature a little bit lower right now and more enjoyable for everyone just to sit back, relax, and enjoy the game.
And I'm sure a lot of Ohio University students enjoy it as well, especially with the kind of weather we've been seeing and how hot it's been, just the sun beating down as you walk into class. And I'm sure for the athletes out there moving around and trying to win a ball game, they appreciate it as well. Second half has been started, excuse me. Ohio now in possession. They sent to the right side. Leah Warren down the right sideline. Will try to shift it inside to Emma Eggleston. She sends it down the field to her teammate Taylor Hansen. Now it's Corinne Baker down the right sideline, able to keep it in bounds, stuck in that right corner now, trying to work it out of there. She bounces it into the scoring circle. CMU will watch it go out of bounds.
Seems like Corinne's been almost everywhere on this field, doing a nice job keeping up the pressure. I think she's second or third in shots taken so far in this game, and Baker's just really been doing a nice job.
Yeah, if you look at the shots so far, Brittany Keene leads that category with 4. She has been certainly aggressive trying to get her imprint on this match so far. It's CMU and Ohio struggling to gain possession here on the right sideline. Emma Spinetto now for the Bobcats with the water flying off of the Pruitt Field as she launches that inside. Taken away by CMU. Ohio trying to get it back. Claire Bucky, once again, as scrappy as always, trying to get the ball. Instead, called for over-aggressiveness. It'll be the Chippewas coming down right to left. Callie Quinn. In 2017, she finished 4th on the team in shots on goal with 5. She goes to the right side. Ohio now in possession.
And we can now confirm the official stats do have Corinne Baker with a goal, and it was assisted by Claire Bucky.
So Claire Bucky will run away with an assist. I'm sure she's not upset about that. Bucky really makes her imprint on the defensive side of the field, no doubt about it. This ball is looped ahead and taken away by CMU. Allie Huddleston in possession. Down the right sideline, she's dribbling through just about every Ohio Bobcat before she's eventually stopped up. Now she'll take it on that right sideline. 32 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the match. Ohio lead it 2-0. Down the right sideline, here comes Samantha Glapinski. And a fight for the ball. It'll be CMU in possession. Georgina Minta now. On that right side, trying to dribble through traffic here. She sends it inside, broken up by Ohio. Yet again, that Ohio defense not allowing any kind of scoring chance even for CMU. They can't even get a shot on the goal yet right now. Really struggling to find any kind of openings, any kind of angles.
Well, Ohio lockdown defense from the Bobcats right now, and it really showing some improvement, not only from last year, just by season.
Taylor Hansen sends it down the field to Corinne Baker, and she had her pass broken up. CMU dribbling on that right side of the field. And here come the Chippewas, trying to get their first goal of the game. It's taken by Emma Eggleston. There we go. Ohio right back on it. Claire Bucky has it at midfield. It's broken up, bounced around, back to the Bobcats.
And Bucky might have thought she might have had some room there to play with, but a Central Michigan defender kind of just swooping in and taking control there.
Taylor Hansen playing right up on the back of Leah Umberger. And here comes Ohio yet again. Down the field to Jillian Shive. That ball got off her stick awkwardly. Back to the Chippewas. This one's sent all the way down the field. I believe in hockey that'd go down as icing. 2-0, Ohio. Just under 31 minutes remaining in the second half. The Bobcats entered this weekend, you could say the long weekend if we count Thursday, 2-4. And there's a lot of speculation that they could come out on Sunday 4-4 and really get their season back on track. And I think once MAC play opens for any sport, that's really when we start really seeing how good this team can be.
Absolutely. Everything just depends on the conference. The end goal on the season is, can you get that MAC title? And if the answer is yes, congratulations. If not, what can you do to work up and try to get that?
And Coach Ellie Johnstone knows a lot about that MAC title. She was, of course, an assistant here when Ohio won it back in 2011. That was the last Mid-American Conference championship. And she says she has aspirations of getting right back to there. Talking with her before this season. First of all, just an excellent woman and just great to talk to. She really knows the game. She is very humble as well. She thanks a lot of her experiences and a lot of her mentors for where she is right now. As Jillian Shive, an opportunity for Ohio, knocks it around and broken up by CMU. Yeah, I think Coach Ellie Johnstone really getting these girls to buy into what she's selling, understanding it's a process. Under 30 minutes to go now in the second half. Bobcats 2 and the Chippewas nothing. Allie Huddleston will send it ahead for the Chippewas. And here's the speedster now for the Central Michigan Chippewas. It's Imogen West down the right sideline, broken up. The freshman trying to make a play out of it. And now it's Ohio. Corinne Baker sends it back now for Ohio. They'll send it up now to Leah Warren down the right sideline. She has Taylor Hansen ahead. She'll attempt to get it to her. The exchange, perfect. Taylor Hansen has it. Heading towards that scoring circle. She has it, crosses over. CMU has it. Taylor Hansen, a good chance there for the Bobcats. And this one knocked away. Back to CMU. Well, if there's one thing you can say, the Central Michigan Chippewas have certainly upped their defense so far in the second half. Just the one shot so far for the Bobcats. They've been able to also get themselves on the offensive side as well. Down the left sideline, this is Callie Quinn. Leah Warren getting all up in her grill, and now a penalty called. Georgina Minta sends it to the left side. Trying to work around the defender, Taylor Hansen. She spins around the shot inside. And here come the Bobcats. Leah Warren, ahead it goes to Baker, or excuse me, not to Baker, that is Keene. Dribble her down the field. 27 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second half.
Well, Logan, you can definitely tell that there were some halftime adjustments made by Central Michigan, doing a nice job. Now turning their defense into some offense.
Yeah.
Getting down the field and trying to test the Ohio defense.
And it's not to say that the Chippewas defense hasn't been solid all game long. It has. I mean, you could give a lot of credit, of course, to Amadio, the goalkeeper, able to keep them still within arm's reach of making a game out of this. But they've looked a lot more aggressive, wanting it a little bit more in the second half. Mesko has this picked away. Here comes Keene. She sends it across. Ohio a chance, and CMU comes away with it. She tried that connection to Jillian Shive. It was broken up. You got to believe if Jillian Shive gets good control of that ball, it might end up in the net.
Almost seems like every ball Jillian Shive has, she just scores a goal.
No kidding.
Only one today, but she's now had one in her past 3 games.
Yeah, for anyone tuning in, her 3 goals in the last 3 games puts her first now in goal getting on this team. Just a walking offensive player, certainly.
Sometimes she runs.
Occasionally on the field hockey field, she will indeed go a little bit faster. Down the right sideline, the Bobcats will take it away. Moving left to right, ahead it goes to Emma Eggleston. Eggleston across midfield. She's running down the left side. Here comes Corinne Baker running it down. She'll cross over. She'll send it over Eggleston. She launches it towards the goal and off to the right side of the circle. Jillian Shive yet again right there. Nearly had a chance on that one. Taylor Hansen will send it in for Ohio. 2-0 Bobcats. 26 minutes remaining in this one. A long delay here. as they're trying to sort out where the ball was supposed to be placed. Now Leah Warren will send it into Eggleston. Picked up by Jillian Shive. She sends it over to Corinne Baker. Knocked around. Picked up by Keene. There's Eggleston. Launches it towards the goal. Good deflection by Amadeo. Of course, that one took place outside of the scoring circle. Nonetheless, Amadeo is still showing that she's very aware of the situation at hand. 25 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 2-0 Ohio.
And Bobcats there kind of look like their first half selves in the sense that they're playing more aggressive now.
Yeah, Ohio, 14 shots, 9 of them are on goal. Central Michigan still just the 2 opportunities to score. 2 shots, 1 on goal. And the 7 saves for Amadeo, I mean, think about that. That ties her right there with Alex Pennington's last performance against UC Davis. And we still have a good 25 minutes to go in this game. Julian Shive trying to take this ball towards the defensive side of CMU, trying to get her stick in there. Right up on her, and now it's Eggleston getting a stick on it. CMU will take it. Ahead it goes, broken up by Emma Spinetto, and now taken away by CMU. Both teams trying to establish good offensive possessions. We've seen Ohio have a couple of them where they just looked excellent, able to cross it all around the field, good short passes leading to opportunities at the net. I think for CMU, they're still trying to find that coordination, a little more of that, if you will, I'm trying to find the word as I'm thinking. They're trying to find that synergy certainly on offense. They haven't had it so far in this match.
I'm trying to get in the flow of things.
Exactly. Georgina Minta with possession, sends it to her teammate Anna Forey. Forey is the senior. She selected CMU over a plethora of schools, including LaSalle, Kent State, Arcadia University, and Keene University. And on the right side, CMU. Callie Quinn, we have whistles. 23 minutes, 35 seconds left in this second half and in the match as well. A game firmly controlled by the Ohio Bobcats. We got a 3-on-3 break here. This one's sent all the way down the field. Corinne Baker didn't see it coming. And if she got a stick on that, she might have been home free. It was all green turf in front of her. And now we'll finally have ourselves a timeout. The Chippewas will take it, trailing 2-0 with just over 23 minutes remaining in this second half of play. We'll step aside as well. Ohio leads 2-0 here on Bobcat TV. Welcome back to Pruitt Field. Ohio field hockey on top of CMU 2-0. This is Logan Leduc alongside Connor Mills. The Bobcats looking for their third straight shutout win and to start 2-0 in MAC play in the process. It'll be CMU taking it out on the on their defensive side. Oh, perfect timing with that song, by the way. Queued up right at the start of the timeout. Finishes right as we start play.
Hey, somebody gets paid to do that, right?
That's right. Jillian Shive, the cross inside. Baker a chance. Nothing. It will stay 2-0. 23 minutes to go in the second half.
Should get that guy a raise.
Oh, boy. 22 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second half now. Again, 2-0. It is Leah Warren taking out on the right sideline here for the Bobcats. She'll try to send it in maybe to Emma Eggleston, who has a look. Instead, she'll go to Jillian Shive to her right. Now Leah Warren, look at her, just takes it away. Cross inside, picked up by CMU. Chip shot over to the right side, and Katie Gertis couldn't handle it. Bobcats will take over.
Just got too much lift on that ball, and bouncing ball, tough to handle.
We know all about the bouncing balls with baseball that we called this summer. Seen plenty of errors in the field. You'll see it in field hockey as well. Emma Spinetto down on the left side, sends it to the corner. Broken up by CMU. Emma Eggleston able to fish it out. She gets into the scoring circle. Loose ball. And we got a penalty. It appears it was on Emma Eggleston. So it'll be the Chippewas coming away with it. Allie Huddleston playing in her 12th game of the season. So she has started in all 12. Kayla McClure, the defender. We haven't seen her make her imprint as much as we might have thought. She was tied for 4th in the MAC with 2 defensive saves in 2017. Looking back at 2016, she was tied for 6th in the NCAA with 6 defensive saves. It's been a quiet day for a lot of CMU weapons, as you would call them. Ohio in possession. They'll send it to the back. Emma Spinetto. Across to the right side to Leah Warren. Warren with momentum will head it up to Taylor Hansen, right side. Hansen's got some room. Tries to find her teammate Karen Baker down on the right side of the scoring circle. Corinne Baker, excuse me. And now down the left sideline, the Chippewas with the chance. Running 3-on-3. Ohio starting to get back now. Both girls fall to the ground. Good aggressive play, and Ohio takes over. It's one of those 50-50 balls you might want to call them in field hockey.
No, 50-50, of course. Both girls want to try to get the ball, and the watering during halftime might make the field a little bit more slippery as both went to the turf.
Corinne Baker sends it right side to Jillian Shive. She dribbles across the right sideline, baseline. The shot knocked away, ball loose, and CMU has it. Another great opportunity for the Bobcats, thwarted by the last line of defense. Great effort there by Leah Umberger, keeping that ball in bounds. She sent it down the field. It's taken away by Leah Warren. Tell you what, Leah Warren is just all over the field. She crosses it to the left side of Taylor Hansen. Now down to the right corner and running it down. Unable to get to it was Leah Warren.
Well, Leah, 8 games now played this season, and she's played in every match. She's a sophomore now and has played every match as a Bobcat. So somebody the Bobcats look very towards to get significant time and quality play, and Warren doing it both.
Must have been a darn good player in high school as well, to be able to come right in to the collegiate level and play every game. So here's the Bobcats. Ashley Wilbur ahead. It goes to Claire Bucky. She'll cross it over to the left sideline. Bobcats trying to attack into the scoring circle. Across, broken up by CMU. 2-0 is the score. 19 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the match. This one's a high blooping pass down the right sideline. Now a scramble for the ball. Ohio trying to get on it. That's Ashley Wilbur going at Samantha Klapinski of the Central Michigan Chippewas, and it comes away to the Bobcats. Ohio looking to advance, cross up towards midfield, over to Taylor Hansen. Probably not the plan, but it worked out perfectly. Hansen to the right side, Keene will try to advance towards that baseline. And we'll take possession with 18.5 minutes left. Leah Warren will, of course, do the throw-in duties, if you will, as she has all game long. Tries to cross it into Jillian Shive, and tumbling over her, Kayla McClure, as both ladies fall to the floor.
Well, that would be a takedown of wrestling, but no points awarded there.
And you know all about wrestling, Connor, of course.
Yeah, coming up pretty soon. Ohio Bobcat wrestling, but Ohio field hockey doing the job right now.
Absolutely. And you mentioned points. Ohio's got 2 more than CMU right now. We're under 18 minutes to go in the second half. Once again, we're glad you're aboard here on our live stream of Bobcat TV Field Hockey. Alongside Connor Mills, I'm Logan LeDuc. CMU looking to attack out of the defensive zone. Instead, Ohio has it back. Keene, the cross, looking for her forward teammate, Corinne Baker. Boy, I'm trying to get used to saying Corinne Baker. We talked about it at halftime. Karen or Karen. And trying to still figure it out. But it is Corinne Baker, as Ohio has a chance here on the right sideline. Knocked out of bounds. That was Amy Edgerton, who will now throw in for Ohio. Sends it back to Ashley Wilbur, the freshman. Cross towards midfield. Claire Bucky has it. Bucky over to the right side. A little give-and-go action there, broken up by CMU. And here come the Chippewas' Kayla McClure. McClure was also named to the NFHCA National Academic Team in 2016 and 2017. We sit under 17 minutes left now in the match. Allie Huddleston. A hard ground ball. Picked up by Emma Eggleston. She crosses over, looking like a basketball player out on the field hockey turf. Here comes Taylor Hansen down the right sideline. A good cross. A little swim move as well. Gets towards midfield, and there's a whistle. Ohio will take it right there. Eggleston picks it up. Trying to advance towards the top of the circle. Broken up by the Chippewas.
Just good defense play by Kayla McClure right there, the redshirt senior, stopping Ohio's momentum and putting it back in favor of Central Michigan.
Anna Reisenberg was coming away with that ball for the Chippewas. We haven't seen much of her. In fact, she didn't see any minutes last year. Has been able to get out there and put together some solid time for the Chippewas. She has played in 11 games, started just 2 of them, 256 minutes logged overall. From Davis, California, so she's a long way from home. Ohio now in possession. Send it down the left sideline, and there's a good chance here. Corinne Baker running. She has Baker to her left, Jillian Shive to her right. She bounces it for Keene. Back to Shive, nothing. She had a chance, couldn't hold on, and CMU comes away with it. But wow, that's a perfect 3-on-1 break for the Bobcats. Good idea, wrong execution.
Again, great scoring opportunity for the Bobcats, but Lily Amadeo, she's saving it, and really, again, we've said it before, but she's keeping Central Michigan in this match.
15 minutes to go. Time is certainly of the essence, though, now for the Chippewas. And they still are just sitting at just 2 shots overall. Taylor Hansen crosses it inside. Jillian Shive had a chance. Just deflected once again by Amadeo. That'll go down as another shot on goal for Ohio. I assume another save for Central Michigan. 14 minutes, 40 seconds left in this match.
16 shots now for Ohio. Shots on goal, 11.
So what, shots on goal, if there's 11 and you save 9, I think Amadeo has done her job. She's really looking for the rest of the team to put together and give her some help. Here come the Chippewas down the field. It is Klipinski. She'll watch it go down. Come up on 14 minutes left now. It's been a rough go of things for CMU all season long. That pattern continues today. Jillian Shive at midfield. She has Taylor Hansen on her right. She'll send it on over to her. Keene running up the middle of the field. Taylor Hansen will take it herself, trying to get to the scoring circle. Cross inside to Baker. And once again, Amadio right, Johnny on the spot, able to knock it away. "13 minutes, 42 seconds left in this one. Jillian Shive on the right side will send it in. Taylor Hansen, Corinne Baker, knocks it on over to Shive. Here comes a little chip shot. Good deflection by the goalie, Amadio, getting her right foot out there and knocking it away.
Good flexibility out there, too, wearing all those pads and then just throwing the leg out and getting another save.
Hansen will send it into the scoring circle to a Chippewa. Back to the corner. And Ohio will take over. Right from the top. Pass back to Bucky. Bucky trying to dribble through. CMU trying to regain possession. Good fight for the ball, and Ohio will take it. Claire Bucky dribbling through everybody, and now we have, well, excuse me, they'll redo it. They didn't give Claire Bucky, I guess, the go-ahead to head on in to the defensive territory of the Chippewas. Reisenberg has it taken away by Eggleston. Haven't talked enough about Emma Eggleston, just all over the field as well. Scrappy as always. Constantly, and just a nose for the ball is the best way to describe the way that Emma Eggleston plays this game. 12 minutes, 20 seconds left. Eggleston, of course, the senior. She has really played in the majority of the matches in her career. Last year was All-MAC second team. And she also finished with 5 points, which tied her for the most on the team overall. Now she's leading, some would say, a younger squad for the Bobcats. It's one of those senior leaders. Pass ahead. Here come the Bobcats attacking. Chippewas get in front of the ball. Eggleston knocks right in to Anna Forey. And because of that, Chippewas will keep it. Huddleston down the right sideline. Couldn't control the pass over to her teammate, Katie Gertis. 11.5 minutes remaining in this match. 2-0 Ohio. Got some substitutions on the field. Taylor Hansen will check out. And checking in for the Bobcats is Emma Spinetto.
Over the last 10 minutes or so, Ohio has really started to dominate the second half like they dominated the first half.
And what Brad and I saw in the UC Davis game, Ohio, in the last 10 minutes, they stopped attacking the offensive side. They really just wanted to focus all their attention defensively just to get out of that game. Obviously, that was a 1-0 affair. Now with a 2-0, you'd imagine they'd just be a little more aggressive because they can afford to let a little bit up on the defensive side. We also saw UC Davis pull their goalie. Curious to see if Central Michigan will go to that tactic if they need to. Chippewas are losers of 9 games in a row. Wanted to end that streak coming today into Pruitt Field. But has been much of the same that they've seen all year. They're losing the shot battle right now, 17-2. And if that doesn't tell the story right then and there, I don't know what does. 10 saves for Amadio, just 1 for Alex Pennington.
That's only because 1 shot was on goal.
That really is it.
Pennington 1 for 1.
Look at the corners. Ohio's been more aggressive in that category. Able to come up with 3 corners to CMU's 1. Here's a chance now for the Chippewas. And a chip shot just right of the mark coming off the stick of Callie Quinn. And now you got to wonder if CMU's going to start getting desperate maybe. Take some shots that just aren't there. That one, Callie Quinn didn't even have a very clean look, but they haven't had a clean look all day, so she tried to make a play on it. As this one's back to the Chippewas, they have a good chance here with 9.5 minutes remaining, 2-0. See if they can run some good offense. They send it in, broken up by Emma Eggleston. She's right on the spot. And now Ohio will try to run it out. Leah Warren down the right sideline trying to keep it in bounds. She could not, back to the Chippewas.
And just taking a look at Georgina Minta here running the field. Saw her giving some commands, and, you know, her heart is in it. She's looking and she's battling tough. She knows that she's got to take control and try to do something for this team to have Central Michigan get back into it.
Georgina Minta even got on the ground there, trying to make a defensive play. Ohio tried to send that down the field to Sydney Super. Sydney Super, the freshman. She has played in 4 games, has not recorded any specific statistics. In addition to being a 4-year letter winner in high school, she was also a 4-year letter winner in lacrosse, which is a dynamic you tend to see a lot with these players. They know what they're doing out there in the field in both lacrosse and field hockey. Similar games, you could say, in a lot of respects.
Well, multi-sport athletes are, again, very athletic, and there comes a time when you have to pick one. Field hockey was that one.
And if it pays off and you're playing at the collegiate level, I think that works just fine. We come up on 8 minutes to go from Pruitt Field. 2-0 Bobcats. They've sat in a 2-0 advantage for quite a while. That goes back all the way to the 19-minute 11-second mark in the first half. That last goal was scored, of course, by Corinne Baker. Jillian Shive and Baker are the two combining today. Ohio has it in their defensive zone. They send it across to the left side, broken up by CMU. CMU, a couple of straight possessions starting to get towards the Ohio defensive zone, but they can't get much further than that.
As we're nearing the end of this game, we'll take a look at the MAC standings around in the Mid-American Conference. Longwood, record of 7-2. They're 2-0 in Mid-American Conference play. Miami of Ohio, they're second, 1-0 in conference, 5-4 overall. Ohio, the Bobcats are 3-4 as of right now, poised to get their 4th win of the season. 1-0 in Mid-American Conference play. Kent State, 2-7, have not played any MAC games yet. Central Michigan right here, 1-10, 0-1, about to be 0-2 in conference play, should this game remain the way that it is.
I was going to say, partner, easy up, ease up.
You never know. There's always, until you hear that final whistle, anything can happen. Ball State 0-7, 0-1 in the MAC. Appalachian State 4-5, 0-2 Mid-American Conference play.
So a win here today would put Ohio right there with Longwood, 2-0 in the MAC. And actually, you could say Ohio might be the hottest team in the Mid-American Conference right now, as we have some action down towards the net. And I believe we'll be looking at a corner situation. Coming on 6 minutes to go. So the Chippewas will huddle around and see how they want to approach this. They tend to be pretty good out of the corners. Many of the highlights you'll see when you look up the Central Michigan Chippewas are built off their corner plays. You can see they definitely take a lot of time going over how they want to approach it. They're desperate for a goal. Ohio could use one more stop here. It'll be Huddleston, Allie Huddleston that is, sending it in just to the left of the goal. She puts it in. Here's a chance for Central Michigan. The cross, the shot, deflected away. This one's bouncing around. Here's a shot into the net. And Central Michigan grabs a goal. Callie Quinn, the recipient right there.
Well, the shutout does not happen. Just as we mentioned the scores and potential of what could happen, but for Callie Quinn, good goal, her first goal of the season. Just got the loose ball and put it in.
And they desperately needed that. They cut the lead in half, so now it makes it a much more interesting last 5.5 minutes. Bobcats will have to hold off another goal to avoid any extra time here in this match. So CMU, maybe they're fueled a little bit. Maybe they have a little bit momentum going into the rest of this game. It is 2-1, 5 minutes left in this match. Central Michigan in possession just over midfield on their side. That's Kayla McClure sending it to the right side for Huddleston. Broken up by Taylor Hansen. Here come the Bobcats. A 3-on-4 situation. Ahead it goes Jillian Shive, or excuse me, Taylor Hansen will have to run it down, looking to cross over. Sends it in for Jillian Shive. Shive the cross, broken up yet again by the Chippewas, but we got a penalty now inside the scoring zone. So bring up a corner situation for the Bobcats, trying to tack on maybe a goal of their own. So in this situation, there's 4.5 minutes to go. Central Michigan just picked up a goal a second ago on the corner. That was scored by Callie Quinn. Ohio has Jillian Shive, Emma Eggleston, Taylor Hansen, Leah Warren, all up front. And sending it in from the far side is Corinne Baker. She puts it in. Eggleston leaves it for Warren. Warren dribbles around to the right side, trying to find some space. And eventually, we got another penalty. So cue the battle music once again. We're gonna have another corner situation.
Well, this is exactly what the Bobcats need to do to respond to Central Michigan's goal, put the pressure back on the Chippewas, and try to get another goal. Go up by 2, then you can not relax a little bit, but you can have a little bit more confidence going in to close this game.
And at the very least, you take some time off the clock as well. Eggleston will drop it there. Warren, the shot is good! Wow! Score 1 for Ohio. A big-time needed goal for the Bobcats makes it a 3-1 game. Top of the circle, Leah Warren, line drive of a shot into the net. The Bobcats get that goal right back on a corner situation.
Just the power off the shot of Leah Warren. That was impressive. A hot shot off the stick right into the goal. Bobcats back on and remain on top.
Almost seemed that the Bobcats were relaxing a little bit until the Chippewas scored their first goal and they woke up again. Let the floodgates go of scoring once again. 3:20 left in this match. Ohio a 3-1 advantage. Jillian Shive sends it in midfield, broken up by Central Michigan. Ohio will keep it. Coming up on 3 minutes to go now. Ohio with 18 shots overall, 13 of those shots on goal. Central Michigan has been certainly making the most of their shots on goal, though. The 2 shots on goal, capitalizing on one of them off the goal from Callie Quinn. So here we go. Ohio in possession, down the left sideline, trying to knock it into the scoring circle. We're going to have a stoppage of play. Ohio takes it. Out of the far corner, that's Amy Edgerton. Trying to work around a couple of defenders, dribbling all around, putting on a dribbling exhibition, if you will. Knocked away to the corner yet again. Amy Edgerton is probably satisfied to just sit there in the corner and let the time run down. I'm sure she's in no rush to try to make any kind of play out of this.
In the end, a win is a win. And that's all that matters when that whistle blows, the final whistle.
2:05 left in the match. Ohio 2 goals ahead of Central Michigan. Jillian Shive now enters the defensive zone of Central Michigan. Scramble for the ball. Emma Spinetto trying to get on it. Central Michigan will keep. Minute 45. We're winding down time here at Pruitt Field on this Sunday afternoon. High stick call here by, I believe, Central Michigan. It is. So Jillian Shive will have it. Shive about 20 yards away from the scoring circle. She sends it to the left side. Here is Keene. She got it knocked away. Taylor Hansen trying to pick up the loose change, and Central Michigan comes away with it. Allie Johnstown looking for win number 4 on the season. It'll be win number 4 of her career as the head coach, of course, of the Ohio Bobcats. But also put Ohio right there, 4-4, 500. Much more respectable record after starting their season 0-2. And, of course, this is an Ohio team that has been certainly competitive. They faced Monmouth earlier this year, had a 2-0 lead in that game. Ended up losing 3-2, however, giving up 3 straight unanswered goals to a Monmouth team that has really controlled their conference for the last couple of years. LaSalle, a 2-0 loss. You can look at the Stanford and Liberty losses, sure, and take those for what they are, but Ohio is starting to find themselves lately, and you can't deny that. Taylor Hansen over midfield. It'll be Emma Eggleston now. 30 seconds remaining in this one. This one all but done. If Ohio can just hold on to the ball here on the offensive side, they send it to the right side of Leah Warren. Warren will skip one ahead. CMU will control. 15 seconds left in the match. Down to the right side, out of bounds. CMU will keep it. They ask for the ball. Mesko will send it in. 5 seconds remaining. Claire Bucky with it. Sends it to the right side to Corinne Baker, and that'll do it. You can book this one to the Bobcats. A 3-1 victory. The third win in a row for Ohio. And they jump right back to 500. They're 2-0 in the MAC. And Central Michigan, well, the losing ways continue.
Yeah, it's been a rough go of it for Central Michigan. I have confidence that they can get this and turn this season around, and maybe not at the end of this year, but maybe next year and years to come. I think first-year head coach Catherine Ostich, she's going to be all right. They just have to put the talent together and figure it out. But for the Bobcats, Allie Johnstone, they're 500 right now, a good place to be, 3 wins in a row, and they're feeling good about themselves.
We will wrap up this game when we come back here. Ohio, a 3-1 winner over the Central Michigan Chippewas here on Bobcat TV. Well, Ohio is a 3-1 winner over the Central Michigan Chippewas. The Chippewas lose their 10th game in a row. The Bobcats really controlled this game all night long. Let's take a look at the final lines. Ohio 18 shots to Central Michigan's 4. 13 shots of those were on goal to the Chippewas' 2. Penalty corners 5-2 for Ohio. They had plenty of chances, and they capitalized on a big one there in the last few minutes. Look at the goals real quick. Jillian Shive, as well as Corinne Baker and Leah Warren for the Bobcats. Callie Quinn on the Central Michigan side of things, able to put one in as well as we winded down that game. Connor Mills, any final thoughts for you?
Ohio right now, they're in a good position. Nice portion of their season where they've been able to string together a couple wins. It's great to see. Bobcats are at 500. Allie Johnstone, a lot more confidence going in throughout the remainder of the season. Really excited to see what this team can do starting here and the remainder out.
Folks, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in once again. Ohio, a winner for the 3rd straight time. They're 2-0 in the MAC, and they'll take a 3-1 win over the Central Michigan Chippewas. For Connor Mills, I'm Logan LeDuc. We'll see you next time. This is Bobcat TV.